by the way, people listening to this and watching this are gonna ask, okay, well, what did he say? You talk about him being distasteful. What did he say? And I actually want to read one of his text messages that he sent to other Oath Keeper leaders, just so you have an idea of what he was saying. He said, quote, "It will be 1776 all over again. Force on force is the way to go." So that's one of his text messages upon which the conviction hinged. I don't agree with him. I don't think that force on force is the way to go. That's not even a direct threat. Like, if you reported that to the police, they would say that's somebody's opinion, right? Like, in this, I'm talking about like a local police scenario, not Joe Biden's Department of Justice. But if you tried to tell a police officer, hey, this is someone that's making a death threat, they'd be like, no, that's not a death threat because it's not an active, I will do this. This is just his opinion about the best way to go. It's a bad opinion. It's a destructive opinion. But this is what the judge, this Obama-appointed judge, said. What we absolutely cannot have is a group of citizens prepared to take up arms in order to foment a revolution, and that's what you did. But Julie, my question about that is the word prepared. Like, aren't we all prepared to take up arms? Isn't that what the second, and I don't say that to be bombastic, isn't that what the Second Amendment is all about? That's why we have firearms. We are prepared to take up arms as our forefathers did in 1776. I'm not advocating for violence. I specifically condemn it, but I don't understand how you can convict someone because it's their opinion that there should be force on force as the only way to go. Like, this scares me.
And it should. And I'm sure even as you say these words on a podcast, you're thinking, okay, you know what? I mean, it's like 1984. It's like the surveillance state could very easily take any of our words that we're saying right now out of context and cherry pick them and put them in an indictment and say them to a jury, which I've seen repeatedly, but especially in the Oath Keepers and Proud Boys seditious conspiracy trials. I mean, you have the government repeatedly using any citation to 1776 as incriminating evidence. This includes flags or, memes that talk about 1776 and, watering the tree of liberty with the blood of patriots, that sort of thing is being cited as incriminating evidence. So to your point, these are our constitutionally protected rights. This is why we have the Bill of Rights. This is why we are told we do not have to bow down to tyranny. And when these folks were talking about this, mostly in private group chats, some that were encrypted, many of which had FBI informants in those chat groups reporting to the FBI what was being said. So that is just one of the more alarming aspects of how these prosecutions are going down.